right, boys. Hey, win against the Houston Texans. You're 6-2 alone atop the AFC West, and I bet you guys are feeling pretty good about yourselves right now after going on the road. Hey, don't you touch my goddamn sweats, boy. Going on the road, playing the best defense in the league. A team with their back against the wall made the playoffs the last 2 years. You get an exciting win. I bet you think it was pretty good, huh? It was ugly. It was an ugly win. I'm talking buck teeth, cross-eyed, acne on your face, crooked nose, ugly. You shouldn't be feeling good about that one. Why? Because I got a fantasy squad that didn't do shit. And I also had some prop bets on the over for some of those individual players who didn't hit them. And that makes me angry. Also, I spend my days talking about you guys on the radio. And guess what? My identity's wrapped up in criticizing everything you do. Now, that said, was everything perfect in the game? Hell no, it wasn't. So that's why we're out here at the walkthrough to clean some of that shit up. And we're gonna start off with some things we can improve on, Jake Plummer, and that is our play action fakes. Can you talk a little bit about Bo Nix and his play action?
I would love to. First off, the run game has been very effective when they've gone there, Coach.
Yeah.
And thanks for the nice introduction there.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, really do.
Thank you.
But the key here, like when you're running the ball, obviously is to get the snap, hand it off, everything's good. But what we're seeing by some quarterbacks, and I'm watching even like glaringly on the goal line, that first goal line stand by Denver, CJ Stroud twice handed the ball off on the goal line, comes back, hands the ball off, and stops and watches. So now there's a player that they don't have to worry about, the 11 on defense. What I'd like to see from him is you hand the ball off, and you don't have anything, but you take off like this, because that can hold that backside end a little bit, or it gives your OC a chance to say, hey, the backside's crashing, boot CJ out this next time. But we'll never know, because if you don't carry that fake out, you're not giving them that little bit of intel. Also, Bo in shotgun a few times, even on the pick. You know, that was the one on the pick. He caught the ball and it was just kind of a flash, you know? And I know you got to get your eyes downfield. You got to see the defenders and all that. But when you're in the gun, I would love to see just a little bit more. He catches it a little bit more, putting it in there and bringing it back out. If that freezes that linebacker for just even a count longer. Now he makes that throw to Pat Bryant on the dig over route, possibly doesn't throw that pick. Back to even like just downhill running. Again, essential that Bo makes the handoff, hands the ball off, and afterwards hits his ass out. You got to take off at least 5, 6, 7 steps. And that's how we condition too in practice. People always say, especially this guy right here, oh, quarterbacks don't get hit, they don't run in practice, they just stand around, say, Oscar. No.
No, we take 5 whole steps and then we get back in the huddle.
When you get that handoff done, carry out your fake. It's just part of being disciplined, but it's also part of like, hey, coach, you can see now I'm carrying the fake out in the game. I'm handing off the ball. If that D end is crashing, call the boot.
And that's another way to hold defenders, like you're holding them with your eyes. You're holding them with your body language.
I'm one player. If I don't do that.
They're watching you. They're all watching you.
If I don't do that, I don't hold that back end or that linebacker for just that split second.
Yeah.
So then now we're seeing them crash, call the boot. Now we can boot. And I'm really hoping to see Bo boot left. He escaped to the right a lot. And if you get in that habit of backing up and bailing right, you will get yourself in trouble instead of like stepping up and finding those lanes or your guys crossing. So I see this week Bo working a lot on staying up in the pocket, getting in there. A few times the blitzer comes, you got to go.
Yeah.
But otherwise, getting up in that pocket and don't get in the habit of bailing right.
Yeah.
Because they will flush you that way, defend you that way.
Set a trap for you that way. And not only that, but your guy who might be open over here, you can't see him anymore. And then the scramble drill is harder for these receivers when you're always sprinting that way.
And sometimes you can't go to the left. But if you could choose either way, I mean, Bo's beautiful at throwing run left or right. So watch for him to escape left a little bit. Maybe they run some boots to the left. Be sweet.
All right, let's talk about CJ Stroud and his attempt at a slide, which resulted in him getting concussed and his head bounced off the turf like it was a basketball.
4-man pressure from Denver. Stroud breaks for contain. He'll run up the middle and he gets popped. Chris Abrams drained, and here comes the flag.
What did you see there?
Here's the thing. We got these athletes, QBs coming up, and I don't know how many of them are playing other sports. Here's the deal. There's second base right there, right? That's second base. I'm leading off in a baseball game. Boom, I steal. I'm going in, I'm sliding, boom, I'm safe. Yeah. I'm 50, I haven't played ball for a while.
I'm 50.
I can slide. He went into like a bum drop on the trampoline thing, and he even like, he's running. He's got his offensive guy running across that could block, and he goes like this, and he goes right into it, and he deserved what he got. And I hate to say that, but dude, B-A-A. Bah, it's not a sheep, it's be an athlete.
Right.
You could do a lot of things. Either go and slide, like I said, yes, or make a mistake and cut this way because he only had 2 more yards for first down.
Or, let me see, be like Patrick Mahomes, act like you're gonna slide and then lower the shoulder on it, bang, and knock him on his ass because he's afraid to hit you. Anything but what CJ Stroud did.
Yeah.
That's why I'm an advocate of taking these rules off. When a quarterback leaves the pocket and has the ball tucked and he's running, trying to pick up yards, he should become like a running back or just a ball carrier.
Yeah.
It would take away the consternation and take away some of those perilous situations, in my opinion.
I think a lot of these quarterbacks, not all of them, but some of them, we're seeing the factory of 7-on-7, standing in gun here all day and not getting out in space and having the wherewithal, the spatial awareness, and the ability to trust your instincts, make a move, get a first down, or even just protect yourself. Bo is brilliant at it. Bo does a great job. When it's necessary, he'll go get the hit, take it. But when it's not, he gets down. Sometimes, you made the point earlier, sometimes too soon.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because the butt goes down, they mark it there, he's a yard short.
Right.
There's another art to scrambling and not getting hit, or you might get hit, but staying safe is when you come up to your defender and you see him and you like make a little move, dive away from him. And you know what do you get? Did you see me dive? When I dove, I didn't put my ass down here. Here's the marker. I dove out. Now the ball where I hit, I just got myself 2 extra yards. I may get hit. So what? This is a rough game.
Yeah. And in a game of inches, when you need the first down, those little moments matter.
Yes.
And so, yeah. And you never see Bo Nix take a big shot either, because he's always leaning forward. He's always trying to get the extra yards. He's looking at space. He's approaching it like an athlete with a ball, trying to move it forward instead of a quarterback who believes he's protected like he is in the pocket out in space. You're not protected out here. These guys are coming to kill you. They want to eat you. They want to stomp on your testicle. They want to mail those bloody testicles to your mother and have her open the package and say, what are these? Okay, that's what they're trying to do.
One
more
more
time.
time. One more time, I'm gonna slide to show the youngsters out there, and maybe CJ if he's watching.
Okay.
You come up, boom.
First down, then you can get up doing first down. Hey, and your head didn't get bounced off the turf, did it?
Yeah, because I'm in a position to take a hit, keep my head up, not get blasted. And even if I do get blasted, I'm protected.
Well, that's one of the things that Bo knows, and thankfully he hasn't had that problem. All right, another play we want to go over, guys, is Evan Engram running down the seam, actually kind of a little fade from the slot or whatever he did. He was wide open.
They got some good guys behind him too.
2nd and 10. Nix open down the sideline, just missed Evan Engram. Oh, the former Jaguar, the former Giant popped free, and Nix just a little too tall.
Yes.
Bo Nix did not throw a good ball. Now, we need to put that out there. But as a receiver, tight end, joker, anytime you get an opportunity to catch a ball like that, you got to try to get it. So we're going to talk about maybe a way that he could have maximized his jumping a little better than what he did. Now, he was running, and he went up off the one hand and did the, tried to do the
poster shot.
Poster shot. One hand, stick it to the glove.
The reason we say that is because look at Nate's left hand. It was down, hanging. And so he just thought, I'll just do this one hand thing that we do in the end zone pregame, and all the fans go, and they film it and post it on Instagram, go, Engram has one hand and it's amazing.
Oh my God.
Great, cool, good. If you have to do that, do it. If a guy's got your hand, whatever. Megatron didn't have every ball put here in his hands perfect.
No.
He went and made miraculous catches every single game. So Engram, I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying we would love as fans and me as a quarterback, when I make a bad throw, if you could step up and make that catch, that'd be sweet. So
instead of, he turned a little early, opened his hips and kind of went off with one hand and did that, maybe take a few more pumps with your arm, and then when you turn, try to go off 2, open your hips. Wait.
Oh, it was such a bad throw. Bo's throw wasn't that bad.
Let's try again. But jumping off of 2 feet, a little more control and a little more height. to jumping off of one,
Yep.
and then your catch radius is better with 2 arms.
Now, mind you, at home, Nate's not going to get as high as Ingram.
No,
because,
no.
Here we go. That wasn't that high, but you get the point.
You get the point. Hey, take it with 2, open your hips, jump off 2 feet. He might have had a better shot at that. Clearly a very difficult catch, but one that if he were able to make that, helps his team a lot.
Here's one too, Nate. You throw it to me. If I'm running the seam and you throw it out here and it's high, I can also jump and hit it back to myself.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an athlete.
Instead of trying to do that, pop it up.
We signed him to do things like this. So, hey, great effort. All in all, better throw by me, and I would never sell my receiver out. I would never say Ingram's got to make, I got to make a better throw. But
Yeah.
Bo's got to make a better throw. But great players make great plays. That's why we call them great players.
Kind of like Joe Montana NFC Championship game against the Cowboys, threw a shitty ball to Dwight Clark, right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Dwight Clark went up and made the catch of his life.
And it was a perfect ball by Joe. He threw it in the only place you could possibly throw it. So
Right.
yeah, he makes the greatest catch called the catch.
Yeah.
And that throw goes down as an amazing throw where that's what happens. Players play, we make amazing plays when you least expect it. All the greatest have had guys around them make great plays.
Yeah. And when you make a great play, guess what? The other guys on your team are like, bet, I'm gonna do the same.
Yes.
It's contagious.
Yeah.
A guy making a special play.
Yeah.
Now, a special play that changed the game a lot, and it's a guy, a rookie, who week in and week out is making special plays that are changing the game, not always with the ball in his hand, sometimes as a blocker. Wide receiver Pat Bryant, 3rd and 7, game on the line, down 8. Bo Nix looked to him on an under route, and I just want to talk a little bit about his technique because he's playing like a very mature wide receiver when he's only a rookie. Number one, he knows the situation. He knows the down and distance. He may have been called an under route, which is a 5-yard route, and comes flat, but he knows he's got to get a couple more yards for that. And so the first thing he did well was flatten the route. He had a DB who broke on it, and some young receivers, they'll just come up like this and allow them to undercut it like that. Nope, what Pat Bryant did is he came flat, we call it, right down the line of scrimmage.
Friendly.
Boom, and he catches this ball right here. He's all over him, and instead of just going down like a sack of shit, he has the ball in his strong hands, and he reaches down for the first down, and he keeps the chains moving.
And what happened after that? He made a block on the 3rd and 2, and
That's
then
right.
we get a touchdown to tie the game. So
And a ballsy call there to run Troy Franklin on the jet sweep thing on 3rd and 2 instead of giving it to J.K. Dobbins, who's churning up yardage.
And again, Bryant came down. Some people may say holding, but what he did well when he hit the defender,
Well, I'll show you.
here, we're coming this way. Because Pat Bryant's here, the jet sweep, he comes down.
Well, no, I'm man coverage over him, and he wants to seal my outside edge. So but I could shot the gap, and so he goes.
And it looked like it could have been a holding, but what Pat did well is he didn't grab and put down, he just pushed him and put his hands up. A ref can't see that in that little short amount of time.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a hold. He got away with it, but he didn't do it enough that he got called. So again, him stepping up in these critical moments is why I mentioned this guy's pushing. He's pushing everybody in the room to be better.
Yeah.
Hey, Franklin, you're catching some balls? Guess what I'm gonna do more of?
Yeah.
Hey, Sutton, you're our number 1. I want that job.
And that's why, folks were talking this week about the trade deadline. Are you going to trade for a wide receiver? I was had my fingers crossed that they wouldn't, because I think they like this young group and they want to see what they can blossom into. That's a perfect example of it. Rookie Pat Bryant given an opportunity at a crucial moment, coming through and growing.
And this is the thing, like it's 3rd and 7, we call 5-yard route.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of fans are frustrated. Throw to the sticks, get the first down. Well, Pat knew that, and that's what you're saying. Like his game awareness, his smarts in the actual moment are top notch. He catches it, he knows, damn, I'm short. They gave me a 5-yard goddamn route. So he catches it, gets physical, reaches out, and barely gets that first down. So
yeah, and he can't say, oh, it's a 5-yard route, but it's a 7 to the sticks, and so I'm gonna take it 7 because then you fuck up the timing, and then the play gets ruined, and the DB's there to break it up. So you gotta run that 5-yard route, and then you gotta get the extra 2. And Pat Bryant did that because he's a dog.
And these games are a story. Like I keep saying, it's a story being told. There's extra effort. There's Zach Allen balling all game, putting extra effort after getting hurt. There's Franklin Myers, there's Funga. These guys are putting in all the extra effort, doing everything they know to do and some extra. And that's when teams continue to climb. And there's no like, well, I was just worried about them not performing in the 3 quarters prior. They're just a shitty club, and then they just have to do it in the 4th. Well, look, every game comes down to what you do in the fourth. Every game damn near in the NFL comes down to who does it in the fourth, whether you're lights out for 3 quarters or not. Winners win and step up in the fourth quarter. And we're seeing this team do that.
Yep, 5 straight wins. Got the Raiders coming to town tomorrow on a short week, Thursday night football. Talk about ugly. Have you ever walked through a Raiders tailgate? I tell you what. But listen, that's it for us on the walkthrough. We're going to come back next week with another edition, and we're going to be in the cold tub on Friday morning after the Raiders game on Thursday night. All right, let's break it down here. Walkthrough on 3. 1, 2, 3. Walkthrough!